Good day. So today we are going to talk about binary operation. So this is a question we have for the basics. Without wasting our time, my name is Mr. Modulus. Welcome to my math class. So what is a binary operation? But before we can be able to understand what we meant by the term binary operation, it is important to understand operation. So when we talk about operation simply means a combination or process of combining two or more elements of a given non-empty set to produce a particular element, or the arithmetics of numbers with the use of certain connectives called operator. For instance, 2 plus 5 minus 3. This is 2 plus 5 is 7 minus 3 is 5. Sorry, minus 3 is 4. Now, these are elements from certain sets, and they were able to be combined by these connectives plus and minus called operators. So in this context, both the operators, which are the signs of combination, signs used in combining elements to produce a single element, both those operators, they can also be called operation. All right. So this is the basics of operation. So operation is a process of combining two or more elements, example numbers, of a given non-empty set to produce a particular element. So in mathematics, we have under O level, we have four basic operations. So we have addition operation, we have addition operation, all right, which is plus. We have subtraction operation, we have multiplication operation, and we have division operation. All right. So all these things are operations, which can also be called operators. All right. They are used in combining numbers or elements of a given non-empty set to form a particular element. So a binary. So the term binary operation. Binary simply means two. So binary operation should be operation using combining only two elements of a given non-empty set. All right. So when the operations become is only defined upon only two elements at a time, then it is called a binary operation. Binary operation is generally represented by asterisk. So we use asterisk to represent binary operation. Sometimes we can use other symbols like triangle, like circle in a cross. Circle inscribed cross in it, circle inscribed positive in it, and etc. So today we have some question. For instance, we have a binary operation asterisk is defined on a set of integers such that. So let's define it. They say that this binary operation defined on a set of integer is defined on. All right, this is our question number one. P operation Q is equals to PQ plus P minus Q. Now they are saying that P and Q are coming from set of integers, meaning that P and Q are integers. So this binary operation was defined on set of integers. So meaning that it is defined on every existing integers. So whenever two integers are being defined by the operation, the result will be product of the two integers, then plus the first integers minus the second integers. So we're going to use this will now be our formula of evaluating anything under this operation. All right. So with this definition, because one fortunate thing about binary operation is that the formula of the definitions of that operation will be given in the question. So with that formula, you can be able to solve anything. So this is the one they ask us to evaluate or to find. So therefore, 2 operation 3 operation 4 will now be equals to. Now, this thing is telling you that first of all, you are going to combine these two elements first before then combining the result with 2. So, and from the formula we have that whenever the operation is defined on 2 elements, it will be product of the 2 plus the first element minus the second element. So in this context, our first element, which is P, is 3, and our second element, which is Q, is 4. So we start from here. This is 2 operation. So we are going to simplify this. So we are using this and place it here. So it's going to be, what is the result? The first. So which are the first here? 3. All right. The first multiplied by the second. Which is the second here? 4. Then plus the first. Which is the first here? 3. Then minus the second. Which is the second here? 4. So if we solve this, this is going to be 2 operation. 3 times 4 is what? 12. Plus 3, then minus 4. All right. So which is equals to 2 operation. 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 minus 4 should be 11. All right. So it should be 11. So this is 2 operation 11. So how can we do that? Of course, we use the same formula. Remember, this is binary operation only defined on 2 elements at a time. You can't define it on more than 2 elements at a time. All right. So now we have 2 elements left, so we can define it, and the 2 of them are still integers. All right. So if we define it on it, we have it to be the first, which is 2, times the second, which is 11, plus the first, which is 2, then minus the second, which is 11. So at the end of the day, we have, this is 22 plus 2 minus 11. Because 22, applying broad mass, we have plus x. 22 plus 2 should be 24, then minus 11. And it should be what? 13. And that should be our final answer. So the answer to this question is B. The second one, a binary operation, this on a real numbers is defined by x operation y equals to xy plus x plus y for all x and y which belongs to set R. What is set R? R is a set of real numbers. So what does that mean? That's question number 2. Okay, the question says that x operation y is equals to xy plus x plus y for all what? For all, this is a symbol of for all, please. For all xy, which belongs to R. So it's trying to tell us that R is a set of real number containing x and y, meaning that x and y are any existing real numbers. X is any existing real number as well as y. Y is also any existing real number. So this is the formula. So with this formula now, that should be x plus y. With this formula now, you are all to solve this. All right. So let's go. So what we are asked to find, they asked us to find the value of this. So therefore, 3 operation minus 2 over 3 is going to be equals to. Now watch. Whenever 2 elements combine, to be the first multiplied by the second plus the first plus the second. So here our first is 3 and our second is negative 2 over 3. All right. So shall we? So this is 3 times the second is minus 2 over 3, then plus the first, which is 3, then plus the second, which is plus minus 2 over 3. So if we solve this, of course, 3 here 1, 3 here 1, we are left with negative 2, then plus 3, plus times minus is minus, then 2 over 3. Because minus 2 plus 3 is 1, minus 2 over 3. Alright, so this is equals, I can decide to call 1 3 over 3. I can look for the LCM. Remember, 3 divided by 3 is 1. So 1 can be replaced with 3 over 3. Now, I chose this fraction because the fraction subtracting it is has a denominator of 3. So I want something that have a denominator of 3. How I express 1 to in form of a fraction that has a denominator of 3. Now, remember that 1 is any number divided itself. So I can write as 4 over 4 as 1 as much as I want. But I chose 3 over 3 because I needed a fraction that has a denominator of 3. Then minus 2 over 3. Of course, when two fractions are adding or subtracting each other and they have the same denominator, you just have to pick one, then add their numerators with their corresponding sign. So it's going to be 3 minus what? 2, which is what? 1 over 3. Of course, 3 minus 2 is 1. So we have 1 over 3. So where is it? Question number B. Then the third one is if M operation Y, alright, that's number 3. So if M operation Y Okay, if m operation y is equals to m over y minus n over m for all m and n which are evaluate this. So we have from the question that whenever two elements m and n combine is going to be the first divided by the second minus the second divided by the first. For all what? Remember I told you I'm using this as a symbol of what? For all. Alright? For all m and n which are real. So meaning that m and n is coming from set of real numbers. Please make sure that before you start with this topic, you must have a basic knowledge of set, because that is actually the knowledge we are using to understand better concerning binary operation. Alright, so from this formula we can be able to evaluate minus 3 operation 4. So therefore minus 3 operation 4 is going to be equals to, now the first here is m, so the first here is minus 3. From the formula, whenever two elements combine, it's going to be the first divided by the second minus the second divided by the first. So our first here is negative 3 divided by the second, which is 4, then minus the second, which is what? No, it's supposed to be the second. Yes, supposed to be the second, n divided by m. Yes, then the second minus the second, then divided by the first. All right, so here we can look for the LCM. All right, the LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. I believe by now you know how to find the LCM of the denominator. So we add this fraction. Of course, if they don't have common factor, the LCM will be product of the two. All right, so 4 divided 12 should be 3. 3 times minus 3 should be minus 9. What do we have here? Minus 3 divided 12 should be 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So in the end, we are left with minus 9 minus 16 should be minus 25. So this is minus 25 divided by 12. Is there anything that can cancel? I don't think so. They don't have common factor. Of course, 25 is 5 times 5, while 12 is 3 times 4 or 2 times 6. So that is it. So there is no common factor. Alright. Then the last but not the least, which is our number 4, what does it say? If m operation y is equals to x, if x operation y is equals to x plus y squared, find the value of this. Alright, so number 4, we have x operation y equals x plus y squared. So therefore for we to evaluate this, we now have that 2 operation 3, then operation 5 should be equals to, now the brackets tell the fact that we are going to combine these two first. So in this context, when we are taking these two at a time, our x is 2 and our y is 3. So it is going to be, they are telling us that whenever two elements combine, it's going to be the first plus the second whole square. So our first here is 2 plus our second here is what? 3. Remember from the formula is squared. Alright, we are done with this. So the entire of this is here. Then operation, what is remaining? 5. So which is, remember, you can only take 2 at a time. And that's why they make it easier for you by putting it in a bracket. So we have 2 plus 3 squares, 3 times 3, which is 9, then operation 5. 2 plus 9 is 11, then operation 5. Alright, so if we evaluate this, it's going to be, our first here is going to be 11, and our second is going to be what? 5. So it's going to be 11 from the formula, the first plus the second square, which is 5 squared. Alright, which is 11 plus 5 squared is 25. 11 plus 25 should be 36. Yeah, and that is fine. The answer is B. And the second one, the second to last, negative 25 over 12. So if you want more videos, follow me up. Thank you very much.